Welcome to our mini lecture on financial elder abuse. We will be following along with the slides on powers of attorney and joint accounts, which is listed in your materials as the Protect Yourself Financial Literacy Workshop. These materials were developed originally by the BC Centre for Elder Advocacy and Support, which does a number of different things in the province of British Columbia, including outreach, legal assistance, policy development, and law reform, jointly with the Canadian Centre for Elder Law. The materials should also be able to be quite easily available through the website. I'm going to start off with a slide indicating financial literacy because you may hear this term time and time again. In the part of this project, we determined that financial literacy for seniors meant a very different thing than financial literacy for other adults. And so when we're looking at financial literacy issues, really for seniors, a lot of what we're talking about is understanding how to protect yourself from elder abuse and neglect. So moving to the slide entitled Elder Abuse, you'll see that there's a quick review here of some of the different forms of elder abuse, and at the very top of the list that indicates financial. What we know is that financial elder abuse is the most commonly reported form of elder abuse, and that we also know that people are more willing to speak about elder abuse, not even if it's a formal report, but just being able to talk about it more. You certainly hear about it in the newspaper, you hear it about it on the radio, and you can hear about it from your friends and neighbors. Important to know, though, that it sits on the top of the list. It is almost always an indicator of some other form of abuse. So when we're making inquiries around elder financial abuse, we must always be alive to the fact that there's probably some other form of abuse going on, and making sure we're paying attention to digging in appropriately. This learning goal talks about a BC power of attorney. There are power of attorney documents in every different jurisdiction. We're going to be speaking about financial powers of attorney in this lecture, not healthcare powers of attorney. In different jurisdictions, they're called different things, but financial powers of attorney are known as that. The healthcare substitute decision documents are called different things across the country, and this lecture is not going to focus on those. In some jurisdictions, you can put those two documents together. A power of attorney can protect your finances. We're going to talk about that. But the most important thing to know is, while it's a great tool to prevent abuse, it's also one of the first tools to create abuse. Joint accounts. Joint accounts are, in some ways, a very handy thing, but they can also be one of the most critical and easily exploited areas for financial elder abuse. And the fifth point is sort of what can be done about it. So this little lecture series is going to be discussing those things today. You'll see that there's a little slide here indicating that this is not legal advice that we're giving. And we're going to start the next mini lecture with what is a power of attorney.